me start recording. All right,
And
let's
then you
go.
send me this, and I put, please,
Okay.
supercharger. Yeah,
All
yeah,
right.
send me.
I'm going to go ahead. It's recording now.
So, Emily, thank you so much. I wish you happy 2023. Blessings, love, hope, faith, inspiration, everything. And 2022 was amazing year for me because you challenged me to understand that you are the great challenger for all of us, for all the planet. Because when you begin to make it interviews with me, and when you made an edition of the supercharger with me, it was an amazing kind of way to express myself over the media in this way, and your supercharger week, that was inspiring for me because I began to work. Look, the Emily is inspiring all the planet. She is like influencing a lot of the all the human race, whatever we are. I'm in Brazil and you're in the United States, but still, there was a great inspiration for me to begin to think about how can I make this supercharging music business, philosophy of the living, spiritual charger, super spiritual charger of how can you make yourself working, being yourself. So I was inspired by you being yourself. And that was for me amazing because I began to think about unity, but still how can we make as individual our part for this unity, for the planetary unity working, so we can all be supercharged and we can supercharge ourselves, our inside world. So that is what you made this transformation in my direction. So it just thank you.
That's
God bless.
amazing. Obrigado. Obrigado.
Obrigada a você.
Oh, wow. That's so cool, Anna. Thank you for that.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Oh, wow. It's amazing how people influence each other and we don't even fully appreciate or understand to what extent. So you're highlighting that to me. I didn't think of it that way for sure, but you just don't know what it is.
Yeah,
So,
life is surprise, full of surprises.
yes.
And the most surpriseful in all this thing, the biggest surprise in all this thing is the transformation made by the persons that you made on your path.
Right. Right. As you
Because
go along.
when you meet a person, then you see the another kind of the story of the existence of the human existence and different cultures, and then you learn over the different experiences, and that's why the world is beautiful. So we can
Yeah.
learn each day,
And
and we can open.
be willing to learn too. That's a thing.
Yeah,
Because there's always
yeah,
something to learn, but sometimes we mightn't be willing or open to it or observant of what's happening. That
yeah,
cultivating the skill of being observant is so
yeah.
important for this. You know, Anna, hold on a second. Let me oh, pause this a second.
Charger violin lessons.
Yes, let's do our violin. That's the time. Well, let me give you a little update on my next gig, if you will. On
Yes.
March 19th, I'm gonna play the anthem again at the stadium. It's gonna be my 8th time playing the thing. So I
Wow.
figure every time, do something a little different. So it occurred to me, and I want to get your thoughts on this, whether
I like this one.
yes, whether I should
That is
do.
how we. That is what an artist should think. I mean, not only artists. I mean, human beings. So
Right.
each day is a new beginning. As I say, each day is a new beginning. So we should not be afraid about what was yesterday and repeat, because we don't need to repeat
Yes,
yesterday.
City
You don't
had
need to
something
repeat
fresh.
last concert. Even if you try, you will not be able to do this.
Yeah, yeah. So I
This
thought
video. Is it possible to send me this video, this class today? It is amazing. This thing is amazing.
I'm gonna do my best to get it to you. You know what I think I may need to do? The
Yeah.
easiest way to send it, because it's so dense, is to upload it to, say, like a private YouTube. We could do a private YouTube listing,
Oh yes,
and you can
I can put it as a private YouTube.
and then you can, if I mean or
I
whatever
put
part
it
of it you want
publish.
to take out and publicize is fine. But that way you can at
Yeah.
least have it and you can download it and do what you like.
Oh, I would love to do
I
this
think
because
that would be the
that
best
can
way.
make a lot of influencer. Because if I put this in Facebook, oh, the people would love to do this.
Okay,
You
so
know.
I'll send you, and then you can see which parts of it you want to use.
Thank you so much. Thank you because
Okay, so
it's
we'll
really
make.
useful. Because if when we listen again, words, thoughts, notes, everything, the scores played, thought, felt, so we can connect better. And it's like in a book that you can read, but still you can. The interpretation is always different, as the
Yeah.
music is a different
Oh
played.
yes, and I love, you know what, Anna, I love to, like, right now I'm watching the series Around the World in 80 Days. It's a British series. I love it, with David Tennant as the actor of who did Doctor Who. And I watched this before and I've watched it a few times already, but this time I'm watching it with a new eyes, just studying, observing the psychology of the show, and it's really fascinating. It's a different, I'm watching it for a different purpose, not just to be entertained. I'm just like studying it, like studying how they do the scenes, studying how they transition from this to the other, but because there's something else to learn. So I'm applying that technique to this thing. But what was I was gonna say something? Oh, I forgot. I don't know. Maybe that was what I was gonna say. But there was something else I was
Look,
gonna.
I will give you an example. I will give you an example. What
Yeah.
how I feel today. Look.
Yes.
You see, I never played like this. I never played like this. There's something that I today I feel at this moment I feel kind of emotion. It's like a volcano going inside. But still I didn't want to use vibrato at the beginning. Sometimes I play like this. So you see, I was in the same moment, but I was not in the same feeling. So each moment is unique, and the music is exactly what we feel. We are transporting our emotions. I was breathing different the second time, so the emotions, we have a different emotions, different colors of emotions, and the music is as this. So if we listen our breathing, if we listen our emotion, so we can put it over this of the score that we are playing, and give the clear message to the world, to everybody, to us. So the artists are the writers of the emotions.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
It's a book.
Hmm.
It's amazing.
Hmm. Let me write that one.
We are the writers of the emotions.
Absolutely so.
And Pizzicato, I saw a video, Pizzicato, amazing. I mean, you were singing. So that is exactly, when they put one kind of technique in our score, exactly we need to see as we will sing, we always need to see the opposite kind of a way to play this. And that is maybe the things are always not as they look like. So
Yeah.
when you see something really fast to play, they play like but I see this really like releaseful, like release. I don't see it as something difficult. I see as a water who is going down. You know,
Ah.
I don't see it as da. Because my teachers, he said it's so I think like this. I don't think about it. If I begin to classify this classification of the each note, I lose
The
the
whole
unity.
arch, the
And
arch, the
we
arch.
were talking about the idea, the global idea of the supercharger, and like it's the global, and like the moon vibration. The moon has great vibration of the planet, so we change our way to feel because of the moon, of the phases of the moon. So that is the music, but it's a global. It's like universal. So that the music is like this. Music is like this.
Uh-huh.
If I play. Que foi, minha mozinha? Não, ainda não. Vai demorar mais um. It's not fine if I think on the river. River. You see. So if I think everything like in the bar, each note separated, I cannot have like the whole one. As well as when we play something really slowly. If I think. Mm, and I need to connect. So you see,
Mhm.
if I think, how can I cross my finger over the string? How can I connect? If I think too much, I said to Hannah, we made a lesson. If we think too much, we lose the spontaneity of the music, of the musical thoughts going in all over. So we need to when we practice, it's important. I say to everybody, when we practice, we need to create a form to think about the global version, the final version of the music. So we need to sing all over the poses, all over all articulations of the right and the left hand. So that helps us a lot to put inside of the music our identity, respecting the thoughts of the composer and everything that he wanted to say over the scores. but still making our own interpretation of the melody of the of, like of the melody of the identity of our personal, inside artistic
Mm-hmm.
form.
Mm-hmm.
We need to express. The most important for a musician is to be able to express themselves, clear. But if we have the clear thoughts inside, so we can express ourselves to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the way to be clear is to be loyal to our musical identity.
Mm.
Stand behind the way you play. Stand behind the way you play. That is one of the most important moments in my career that I see as a performer, because I played a lot of concerts, but always what I thought, one thought that is really most important for me, it's be you when you play. Be you when you play. When you go on the stage, be you when you play. Just give your best. Give your best, not best what they wanted you to see. Give your best, but to give best, we need to be ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We can never give our best if we are somebody else. So that is really important, to stand behind your musical identity.
Mm-hmm.
Never copy, never try to copy yourself and nobody else. Just be you in the moment that you play. As I was playing Sibelius and all these things. So try to always, when you play, just be you. And
Anna,
you are. Hmm?
what was the name of the first piece you were playing when you were starting out?
Sibelius violin concert, Sibelius violin concert, first movement.
Oh, okay.
I love this piece. I mean, the second movement is amazing, and the third movement, it's really different. It's a really difficult one. That I was practicing. That was in Germany, in university. I was playing this piece a
Mm-hmm.
long time ago, like 15 years ago. Yes.
Wow.
Mm. But
So,
I noticed. Uh huh. Yes.
so what I was saying to you is about with the anthem. I thought that I would add a pizzicata in there for the second round of the anthem. So,
Oh, amazing. So see, you are on the great way. Congratulations. Why? Because you're beginning to mix, to apply everything that you are practicing into what you can play, and we can do everything. We don't need to play always the same part. I mean, when I play Mozart concert, why I can play. In some places I can play him. And why not? The Mozart didn't wrote anything there.
mm,
He didn't wrote
so
it.
it's a
He put it like this. But I know from some researchers there, the musical scientifics, and like historical history of music, and like Mozart didn't wrote anything. He said, "Play as you feel." So he played the piano. So he wrote something, but it was not that with what he played. So if the Mozart did, who am I to not respect the liberty that the Mozart gave us to make? Because no, if you play, you will not pass on the audition if you play. I listen to persons who play, and they won the place in orchestra. They were authentic. Doesn't matter what they say. It's important with who you are.
mhm.
Stay behind who you are. That is the most important. Because also the Vivaldi. Why not? Why not? Why need them? Like, why not? Why not play with the music? Music is to be played, not to be static.
Mhm.
So it comes a time in the 2023 will be a revelation of the liberty of the human race. So we need to, you need to be happy. To be happy, you will need to be you. So when you play, I'm so happy that you came to this announcement to yourself, to your consciousness. I will play pizzicato. It's amazing. I'm so happy. I'm so proud. It's something that goes in the head. Oh, let's make something different. Why not?
It just actually, I was practicing and it just kind of came out. I didn't even say intentionally, let me play pizzicato. It just started to happen. And I'm like, oh, maybe that should stay in there. That's
That
kind
is
of
a
how it happened.
voice that is a voice of the interpretation of your inspiration of your own you that told you now. No. So it's not that that's why I say that most of the thing in the music are spontaneous. So if we
Yes.
put too much technological, I mean, I was studying in Germany and Serbia and Belgrade, two places where I was practicing 10 hours a day, all technique that you can imagine. And Beethoven and Paganini and Wieniawski and Schradik and Shevchik. I mean, I have a lot of books of the technique. Today, the best technique that I know, it's emotion. I mean, I know why I did this, but at least I know why I spent 10 hours. There will be really, really sad if I come to the conclusion that I only practice to play sonata, Beethoven sonata number 5, and I cannot do anything, only this. I can be happy if I do the partial things in my life. So when it came to the point that I played this, but that I can take this team and make. You see, I took this team and I make something with this.
Mhm.
So I can put this and I can put. You see, music is everything.
Mhm. Mhm.
All that we can create is music. Yeah? The frog in the lake is the music. Everything is music. We need to accept that it's not only that they taught us to play. It's not. So you come to the higher level of the consciousness as an artist, you know,
So here's the
and then
thing. Huh?
the miracle begins there.
Yes, yes. So true, so true. So here's the situation now. So with all of this higher level of consciousness and everything, sometimes I still have this tendency to revert back to the simple way of doing it, even though I'm adding this other layer of sophistication. In the moment, my mind snaps and I revert, and that's an ongoing challenge. It happened the
Yeah.
other day. I had to play the thing and I got to that point and it just I went back to the simple way, even though I've practiced the other way for years at this point now, over a year. So, what is going on in my head that I trip on that?
Yeah. Now, yeah, still, you will go into the liberating yourself. You know, quase, meu amor, quase. Yeah, still, you will go to the phase of to the liberation of what they told you to do. What they told you to do, because the society is conservative. It's conventional. And they put us, I like God, but not so always I want to go to church, because they put us to think everybody together as the same thing. And it's impossible. It will not win this challenge, because we are challenging ourselves to be who we are, and everybody are different. We are so different, and each moment we are different. Now I'm different than 5 minutes before. It's good, great, thanks God. So we need to. This is the way that we quit all the tradition. When my mom saw me with the charuto and tattoo, that is the point. I wanted to do this in the moment. I don't want to smoke today. I don't smoke. The thing is that I don't smoke. But the moment that I'm on salsa, when there's a show, and then something magical happenings. And I gave my liberty to live the magic. We need to give ourselves permission to live free,
Mm.
liberating ourselves. When we breathe, we breathe. There's nothing a person is breathing beside. It's our, the air is for everybody, but the message is for us. We are receiving, not that somebody else. Somebody else is receiving other message.
Mm-hmm.
Message is for us. So definitely sometimes these old scales they gave us to do something, it's blocking this process. And definitely you are going to the really high. That is what are we doing here with with traditional shamanic culture. It's opening mind, it's liberating over the medicine of Amazonas. Because if you drink some medicine with some plants of Amazonas, they gave you the message of the courage of encouraging yourself, or breaking off the loss of the hypocrisy of the society. And a lot of hypocrite, it's a hypocrisy society, because they want us not to be free.
Mm-hmm. Of
you
course.
know they want, and sometimes the church putting us to, to be everybody else, everybody together, the same thing. It's not possible. We are free. God give us liberty to be who we are. The God is great. The God is free. God is freedom.
Mm-hmm.
It's not, God is not like, it's not like this. God, it's not this. It's not like this. God wants us to sing, to create. He's a creator. He wants us to create. We
Mm-hmm.
are co-creating
Mm-hmm.
our reality. He created us, but in our hands, in our soul, in our mind, in our thought, is how can we liberate ourselves each day more?
Mm.
That is the point. We need to accept differences. We need to love differences. And we need to accept differences inside of us. Don't judge ourselves. We cannot judge ourselves. If we judge ourselves, we judge our lives. We judge our parents, we judge our grandparents, we judge our tree of the existence.
Mm.
We cannot judge. When we judge, we denounce who we are.
Mm.
We cannot denounce who we are. We need to be happy who we are. We are beautiful. Each of us is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. In all imperfection, we are perfect. You know? In all imperfection that we are, the perfection is there. Because when we accept the things that we don't like inside of ourselves, we are able to transform in inside love.
Mm.
And that is the way the blocking system goes down, fell down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I have to work on it. So you want to
No,
hear
no,
what it sounds like?
yeah, we all work on this. You know why? You know why? Because they taught us that we need to think with somebody else's head. It's wrong. It's
Mm.
wrong. It's not good. You are you. I'm not you and you're not me.
So you think that's the problem?
Yes, definitely. I see the musicians, classical musicians, the only way to play is to put a black dress and to play Mozart. They don't play nothing more. How can you how can you make your path of evolution if you don't create your music? It's impossible. We need to create our sound,
Mm.
Emily, our sound. Individually sound. The most discovering moment for the violinist, for us, is to discover our own sound.
Mm-hmm.
Once you discover your sound, you can understand your music.
Mm.
When you begin to understand your music, you will be free. Each day more and more. And each day you're more free, you will be more evoluting human being. And the more you the more persons you can influence. Because if we don't make evolution, we cannot influence anybody. So everything is connected,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is spiritual. It's a spiritual connection. It's a spiritual connection with ourselves. And when we understand that we are creating our sound, our vibrato, and you begin to create. You know why? Because you gave yourself freedom
Mhm.
to breathe, to love, to create. The creation comes from the liberty. When we are when we are free, we can create. And we can create, we can breathe. Definitely. Breathe, really breathe. That is something that I noticed that was discovered, I discovered 2 years ago this. I began to discover 2 years before. And then I saw it was nice that they was telling me to practice my technique and everything.
Mhm.
I'm really grateful.
Mhm.
But I'm even more grateful for the moment of the wakeness,
Mhm.
of the waken my own sound. When I begin, I wanted to play. And I began to be the child again. I began to be child again, innocent, free, full of love and hope. And then I began, and I went back to my inside child, like the innocent spirit. Then I began to create, and everybody wanted me to record for them, because they see that I was finally honest to myself.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
That
That's
was the moment. I said, thanks God for the moment of this lightning in my life, like,
mm.
wakening. Like, so you see, you can play whatever you want. You can play
Mhm.
pizzicato, you can play whatever you want.
So here it is.
Everything, everything that you do that when you're you,
Yeah.
it's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect.
So here,
Let's
here,
see.
let me know how this sounds to you. This is how it's coming out to me, and so you can tell me how it sounds to you.
Wow, it's amazing.
Oops.
Put away, Bo. Put away, Bo. Away. Away. Bo, away.
Let me play that part again.
Put away.
Huh?
Put away, Bo. Put away, Bo. Away. Put
Put away,
away,
but
Bo.
I'm gonna get back
Away.
into it really soon. But hold, I can't
Yeah,
really put
put
away.
this on the here on your feet like this.
Okay,
And then you take. Yeah,
okay, let's
yeah,
do it
yeah.
again.
Freedom.
Then I pick up my bow.
Yeah. Look, amazing, amazing. So, Emily, now you need to understand it's perfect. You know why you're playing perfect? Because you understood. You will begin to understand the way is to think. In music, there is no mistake. The person who said there is some mistake in the music, that was the mistake, personal mistake. That was the mistake. There is no mistake in the music. It's a creative process.
Mm,
There is no, you need to think, maybe that is the point that it's blocking you when you want to be you. There is no mistake in the music.
mm,
Do you think that the composers play everything that they wrote? Let's go back to Mozart. No, no. So there is no mistake. Everything that they put it into our head since I was a small orchestra, Germany, Berlin. There is you played mistake. There is no mistake. There is a liberation. The liberty is in. You don't need to understand. There's no mistake, Emily. We are not mistake. This is not mistake. The music is not mistake. So now, in the third part, put improvisation with your bow. Take this team and improvise, as I do with Hannah. With this team, tam ta tam pam pam ta ta ta, make improvisation. The first part you play academic. You can see, oh yes, I know to play this piece. The second, you show that you're improvising, you're pizzicato. And the third, you impress even more. You play your bow and you know why not?
Well, well, in the third section, I just want to get those confounded double stops right, and that will
No, no, no,
be.
there's no confounding double stop. Nothing is confounding.
I know,
No
I know,
mistake.
I know.
No mistake. No mistake. Please try to think like this. The things will change.
Okay.
Believe me. Don't think about mistake, because when I was preparing competitions and I had 11 pieces to play, 3 hours of the program, everything without score. If I would imagine that I go to the competition in Italy, great competition in the jury, the greatest violin professors of the world, Dora Schwarzberg and Zakar Bron and Dorothy DeLay, everybody there. And if I was thinking like, what? So many persons there I'm so admiring. They're great teachers. They're great. Like, but the thing is, if I was have had this consciousness from today, everything is fine. This consciousness that no mistake, I will be more free in playing them on the competitions. Now I know the things. Of course, life brought me this knowledges and these experiences and this liberating process. Thanks
Mm.
God of artists to understand this. If I had a little bit more flexible kind of thing in this moment, I will not be putting myself under pressure. And no mistake. The mistakes doesn't exist. We are creating something which is it doesn't exist.
So wait a minute. So hold on a second. You have to play when you're playing a competition, right? They are
Yeah.
evaluating you, very scrutinizing, and everyone who
Yeah.
comes into the competition is a wonderful
Yeah.
player already. And so
Yeah.
now they're taking it to another level. So how do you like relax to when you are to play a certain part a certain kind of way, you take
Yeah.
all
To
these
play. Yeah.
liberties, huh?
Yes. But to play everything first, I need to be me. The first thing, I need to be me. And the second thing, I'm here not to be judged by anybody. I'm here to play music. And
Mm-hmm.
then you liberate. No mistake. In this kind of thinking, your achievement is highest that you can imagine, because at the final, who is winning on the competition, it's not who is playing the more score notes, everybody perfect, but still of course that is a part, but who is more artistic, who is more unique. I
Mm-hmm.
was always wondering, that was like a question. I was questioning myself about what is the procedure of what are they wanting us to do on the competition. If they are 100 musicians from all over the world, Japanese, Chinese, violinists from Serbia, Ukraine, Australia, Germany, Jamaica, United States, how can they really choose one to win? Actually, it's about being unique. In athleticism is the same thing. There are the scores, but the one who is dreaming, who is like enthusiastic more than anybody, will not make mistakes, because understood there is no mistake, there's only winning inside. Giving a best. Giving a best is being free. It's not putting ourselves under pressure. It's not easy to come to this point of thinking, Emily,
No.
but it's not impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. We can be free each moment, more and more. And then I begin to think like this: there's no mistake in music. And now everything is better for me. And I'm not even making competitions. And still, the result is better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So if you play a wrong note, you're telling me that's not a mistake?
I mean, we need to play the scores.
Yeah.
But the wrong note, but the wrongest note is without heart, without life. That's why we need to find our own sound. failed to say to me, okay, there are a lot of virtuosistic violinists. They play more fast, they play better Paganini, they play. But the people told me, I don't want to listen to them. I want to listen your sound. Because I dedicate myself to find my sound. It's not sound of somebody else.
Mhm.
And then when I play, the thousands of person are listening me playing my sound, my vibrato. That is what we need to find. Authenticity.
Definitely. No, that definitely
About
works.
how fast you play.
You
It's
know,
not
the,
about you make mistake.
you know what, Anna? The one I don't know if you want to call it a competition, but it was a mini competition in New York.
Yeah,
In New York, they have you can play your violin in the subways, New York City subways, but now they changed it where you, instead of just showing up and playing your violin, you have to literally be a part of an official program. So you had to audition to be in the program. It was called Music Under New York, and we had to send in a tape. They chose you from the tape, and then you had to show up and audition for judges in the middle of Grand Central Station, which is like the
yeah,
biggest whatever.
yeah,
And
yeah,
and
yeah.
then and then they filmed it. It was
Don't
on
forget, don't
television.
forget that Joshua Bell played there.
Huh?
Joshua Bell.
Joshua, yeah.
Joshua Bell.
So yours truly came, sent in my tape, and I went to do my audition in there. And before
Yeah,
I played, there was a guy who was a Juilliard violinist. And he just played, all the technique and the virtuoso and all of that. But it kind of didn't really touch you. It was just
yeah.
the technique.
That's why.
And
That's
then
what I'm.
and I said to myself, "Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna win. So they're not gonna choose me." And then I got up there and I played one of my Irish jigs. Like whatever. I played an Irish jig, and not only did I win, the other guy did not get chosen. I got chosen, and it was on the evening news. Hey,
Everything is in emotion, Emily. We
and
are human being for what? For emotion, to breathe, to give a life to music.
yes,
There
people touch
is no
their heart.
mistakes.
So
No
listen,
mistake.
so Anna, here's
There are
the
no
kicker to
mistakes.
this story. This was the summer of 2001. Yes. And so 9/11 happened in 2001. So when that happened, I was playing for the whole summer, like 3 months. New York City subways are hot and blah, blah, blah. And I said,
Yeah, yeah.
I've had enough of this, so I stopped playing. Well, the minute I stopped doing that, 9/11 happened. And then they wanted all the musicians who were in that program to play at Carnegie Hall. And if I had stayed, I would have played at Carnegie Hall, but I dropped out.
Why did you stay, Emily?
Can you imagine? Everybody were
Yeah.
playing at Carnegie Hall. I could have played my jig at Carnegie Hall. But anyway, it was an amazing thing. Not to give up too soon, not to let discomfort thinking like, oh, this is going nowhere. And then at the brink of that, here they all were at Carnegie Hall. So
Never give up.
no, that
Never
was a
give
major
up.
story. That was a major lesson for me.
Yeah.
Major lesson.
Never give up. So when you play the piece,
Yes.
try. You can improvise the third part. Why not?
Well, okay, let me just hold on. When it comes to the anthem, you do have to be a little careful because if you over improvise it and it doesn't sound like the anthem, the people buy like, where's the anthem? So you have to, there does need to be a certain, because I've heard versions of people improvising the anthem and it doesn't sound too good. So you gotta have, at least from my point of view, they need to know it's still the anthem, but it
Yes,
must be
yes, yes.
like a little different, like, wow, I haven't heard it like that, but it's still the anthem, you
That
know?
is why I say that the musicians of jazz, they study a lot. You
Mm-hmm.
know what? That the musician of jazz, they're improvising all the time. Do you think that the jazz musician doesn't know what he do? No, you're really wrong. The jazz musicians are studying more than the classical musicians.
Yeah.
They're more prepared. They're
Yeah.
more prepared. Because
Mm-hmm.
now I'm working with jazz musicians, Latin jazz, and with Robert and everybody. I mean, Robert, I play with him Schumann sonata, I play with him everything, Brahms, he can play everything classical because he
Right.
studied piano classic.
Right.
But when he began to play, that's why he had a great base for the jazz. But the jazz, he told me, and I'm working with a jazz musician, the jazz is definitely more about the concern of practicing, because when you improvise you need to make it's not the schedule, but it's still one a mathematical calcul how you make your improvisation. It's not joke. It's not I would do something like this. If I need to record something for Marley or for him, for Robert, I need to create improvisation. And improvisation as something free, but still on the teams that you have, it's not so free as the people are thinking.
Right,
It's
right.
not.
It's very.
It's free. It's free, but it's not chaotic.
No, 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 no. So okay, so tell me
No,
what you have in mind when it comes to the anthem. Like improvise a third part. What are you exactly saying to me?
I mean, stick up to the team, but try to play with the rhythm. No, try to improvise with a rhythm. Put some kind of Jamaica rhythm. Why not? Put your ethnicity there. Yeah, why not, Emily? Of course you can.
Let me
Yeah, we
see
are
the reggae anthem.
reggae.
That sounds like
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
oh Lord
It's
help me.
amazing. So you see, what I noticed now, when you put your origin, when you put yourself, you're finding your sound. You know what I thought when I tell you to find your sound? We need to find our sound. We need to stick to our original sound, and we need to find this sound. And we can find when we are honest with ourselves, and don't be ashamed of who you are. Put this all. It's beautiful. It's nice. It's you. So that is what the thing when I say we need to be authentic. You know,
Hmm.
to find our sound. Yeah, you will begin to be crazy with you're my student, really crazy, happy one, the happiest on the world, and you will be you.
Well,
And then you will see after you are finding your sound, everything that you play from the score, Beethoven, Brahms, will make sense. Definitely more than before.
yeah.
It's what that was my experience. That was my experience.
Yeah, I understand that because you're starting it with a base of confidence as opposed to like, oh, this music intimidates me. Instead, I'm going to take this music and infuse myself into it while I learn what it is, but I'm infused into it. Infuse
It's
myself.
advantage. Liberating yourself will be advantage for you
Yeah.
in the circle of your creativity,
So,
of growing up.
so Anna, so for example, so yesterday when I played in the park, whatever, that I'm not nervous. I'm not afraid. I mean, it's just natural, just a flow. So how come everything else can't feel like that?
You know, because the persons are used to play. The concert musician is play. He plays in the concert hall, and then the persons who doesn't have doesn't catch to play doesn't. They're not working orchestra. They don't have. They play on the street. These classifications are bad. I mean, we need to be able to play everywhere.
Yeah.
And also, you saw my video playing like late on the swimming pool.
Oh, I must have missed that. I have to go look for that. I didn't see that one.
I never knew that it's possible. It's
I saw you at the
possible.
beach. I saw the one at the beach. That one I've seen.
Yeah, yeah, but I was like playing like conventional posture of the body. But there is a I was shocked because I never knew it's possible to do. I was playing. I laid down. I play Mozart concert.
That's it.
Why not? Why
Yeah.
not, Emily?
Yeah.
Why not? We need to break up these taboos. And also, when I understood it, I can play in a hospital, in the church, in a concert, on the graveyards, on the parties of my daughter, in a school, in a park, on the beach, I don't know where, on the mountain,
Yeah.
whatever.
Anywhere. Anywhere. It's a portable instrument. Take it anywhere.
And when you play in the park, definitely you'll be free to play in the church because you were a child inside. You know,
Mm-hmm.
the child is playing in the park.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Mm-hmm.
not playing in the church.
Mm-hmm.
And we are children. We need to preserve the child. There's a Marley always said. I said to him, we need to be child in the spirit,
Mm-hmm.
always.
Yeah.
If you take the game too serious, you will lose the game.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is mistake. No mistake.
I think that is a very powerful lesson that I have to, the idea of you're playing in a different place. Now, I do believe that yes, there is something called being appropriate to the place where you are, for sure. But at the same time, but like what you play, but the mentality you have doesn't have to change. And I think that's the point you're saying.
I think the music is for everybody.
Mhm.
Everybody needs to have a chance to listen our music. Not only the persons who can buy the ticket for the hall.
Mhm.
That is what make this uh classification of the persons, the rich and poor. No,
Mhm.
it's not good.
Okay,
It's
so
separated.
how should I be preparing as I go into this thing? The prepare as far as if I'm saying I'm going to practice today this. What is my approach here?
First, I will find my sound. Each day I will be concentrated to find my own sound, the essence of the sound. I will work on vibrato. I will work on the notes. I will listen my inside voice to find my sound. I need to be me, and I need to focus on being me. There is no mistake. I need to be free about putting myself under pressure to make without mistake because there is no mistake. And then the first process before practicing is talking to ourselves.
Mhm.
I always ask, now, today, I don't want to play so many hours a day music, violin. You know what? I was talking to Marcus yesterday because now I'm conscious that I need to respect the music that I play.
Mhm.
It's not music written, maybe it's something that I improvise, but violin, like your instrument, music. So if I want to respect, I need to be really focused on spiritually focused on the moment that I play violin. So I don't believe in opera and playing 3 4 hours, like without stop. I begin, já. I, pode se preparar. And then, idemo dušice. So, divno, divno. And so now I I want to respect my instrument and myself. When I take violin, that is the secret moment. So when we have a secret moment, but don't, it's not in the secret putting yourself on the pressure. There is no mistake. The secret moment is the moment of liberating yourself. So when you have your violin, just smile, just be relaxed, just enjoy what you do, what you create. It's beautiful what you create. Tell to yourself, this is the unique moment for me to breathe. I will breathe with love. I will breathe music, and I will challenge myself to be free. You know, each time you play, take care of what you're breathing. How do you breathe? How do you breathe when you play? What do you feel when you breathe? What do you feel when you play vibrato? What do you feel when you play one melodic sequency? Try to connect the phrases. Try to connect the philosophies of the words written by in the scores. It's a poetry written by the score and the poetry of our souls. It's transcribed by the composers. It's a given for us to be transporting this to everybody. And
Mhm.
that is the moment when you have your hands and you say, the power is there and the creativity is here. When you put this together and you're conscious that you're liberating yourself all the time, your music is going out. And the people will begin like, it's so beautiful, it's so breathless. She's making my senses inside of me. Sometimes when you play, the people come to me and say, no, my body's shaking. You put me to the crying. It's curing me. That is what is the music is cure. It's not to impress the fast fingers. It's not anymore about this. The planet change. Planet is changing. People needs to feel, needs to
Mhm.
feel.
Mhm.
Different feelings, different, like when you feel, they can feel.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah.
So
So, mhm.
something looks like in the score is completely complicated, but it's not. Like, the answer is easy. Find your sound.
So how do you know when you found it?
You know, because you will feel the synchronization of your feelings with the your body with your soul. When you play, you will feel that your fingers are like on the other dimension. You will feel free. You will feel as the music doesn't stop. It's like endless. The melody is not ending ever ever, and you will like. It's so easy. It's so easy. It's so joyful for me to play.
Mm,
And then you will play for hours. Not be tired. It will be like they play in India, the music of India. They play mantra. The raga. It's like endless. They play for 3 hours.
mm,
And each time it's liberating you more, and your body doesn't feel tired.
mm. I get you.
Because you know what is tiring our body? Blocking here.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
You sit on the and you put some bass of Indian music of the music that you are dancing,
mm-hmm,
but something on the one note,
mm-hmm,
and you begin close your eyes and you come to your own meditation with your instrument, and you begin to breathe and listen how you breathe, how it's connected with the instrument. The violin becomes our body. It's a part of us. It's not the external part.
mm-hmm,
For me, it's totally natural to have violin. It's not natural not having violin in my mind. So it's not we're not it's not possessive. It's accepting. It's a part of us.
yeah, very powerful.
We're happy to have this gift from the God.
Mm-hmm,
You're blessed. You're blessed. We are blessed to have this. It's a message for the world, and you're giving the message everywhere, as a charger, as a violinist, in the park, in the church, in a hospital, for your friends. Listen, 2022 was your year of the transformation. You made such beautiful things for others. Thank you.
mm, mm. Thank you.
You are changing the lives of the person that you even don't even know.
Wow,
And not one, a lot of them.
praise the
That is a
Lord.
mission.
Mm.
Keep on the mission. We have a mission.
Amen. Amen. Thank God for that. Well, give us the strength to execute that mission. Carry it
Yes.
forward.
A lot of faith. The
Yeah.
faith is all. Just have faith and
Yeah.
believe in yourself. Believe in your sound.
Mm, 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 mm,
Believe in your sound. Don't be afraid. Don't be ashamed. Be you. Be your sound. Remember the day in the metro of the competition. Remember all of this. You are more than you can imagine.
yeah.
Just need to discover.
Amen.
Go inside the doors. Close your eyes and play.
Mm, mm,
An endless music of life. An
mm.
endless.
You need to write a book, Anna.
The Marcus told me this. He knows me like 2 weeks, talking to me now the last 2 weeks, and he told me, "Look, you need to write a book."
You do? You
Yeah,
really do?
I need to have a help of the persons. Everybody will be in this book. I will write. I want to write a book, but in this book, I want the persons who changes could change my life. My teacher died. He cannot, but he's in the spirit. I want to have the participation written of all my friends and the persons who made my spiritual evolution. I will ask everybody to write something for my book. It
Mm,
will not my book. It's a book of everybody.
mm, mm. Yeah, you can do
Butterfly.
it.
It's a blue butterfly, fly of the blue butterfly. But these butterfly are all persons who involved in my life, who made me who I am today. I feel a part.
Mm-hmm,
It's not my book. It's
mm-hmm.
book of everyone, for all of us.
Okay, well, get started on it.
Let's start.
Get started on it. No, no, I absolutely, I mean that very seriously because.
Because when if I write something and I put the persons there who transform my life, and if I don't have it, and like humility to give the persons who changed my life talk by them experience meeting me, so I'm being subjective.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm telling the words of the another one that I need to say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I want to have different kind of persons,
Right.
not only my point of view.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm more than happy to share something. So, Anna, when is
Yes.
our next meeting? Because I know you're going to be
Yes,
traveling.
today, yes, but I will have internet there. It's no problem. Yes,
Oh,
and
okay.
yeah, it's good. So today is
8th,
88,
8th,
70, 22. She'll be 22.
22. Okay.
Yes, 22
Oh,
for me. What do you can?
in the morning, well, early that morning, I'm going to do something, but I can either do later in the day or later in the
What is
morning.
the day? What is the day that can you do the morning? Because I will have the different zone of the hours there. So
Oh,
we'll have something like 6 or 7 different hour. But for me, when it's after morning here, it's afternoon there. Just laugh to the life. Be
mhm.
child in the spirit.
Yeah.
The life is easier. It's easier like this. No problems. Only high vibration, good vibrations.
Well, I'm gonna try that. So now, okay. So mainly, my main thing, my homework is really my mental, my mind, I guess. Speaking to myself, breathing, and then what?
Being you. Laugh, breathe, love. Enjoy music. Go on the water. Play. Talk to the water. Talk to the rain. Go into the seaside. Ah, I am happy. It's freedom. We are part of the nature. We
Okay,
are natural. We are part
that's
of the
what.
nature. That's why we
That's
are natural. Because we are part of the nature.
yeah,
What is natural? Natural is what? Nature. So we are natural. We are part of the nature.
yeah. Okay, very
We are
good.
magnificent. Each of us is magnificent. We need to understand this. Each of us is amazing
We're
life.
fearfully and wonderfully made. That's what
Yes.
God tells us. We're fearfully and
Yes.
wonderfully made, and
That's
in
how it
every
is.
aspect, and
Yes.
not just physical, but mental and everything. So we have
Yes.
to channel all of that in here. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Definitely.
So,
So can you send me this video? That would be amazing. I will put this in YouTube.
yeah, okay. So recording 103. Okay. So it's an hour and 3 minutes. So let me just hit. I'm gonna hit finish on it soon. So what I'll do is
Yes.
send a link. I'm going to list it, as I said, private, and tag, and then send you the link. I
Yeah,
will
and
be
I
able
put
to do
in
that.
so I can put in my Instagram, in YouTube. Definitely.
Yeah.
That, that was amazing class. I mean, that was the amazing opening of the 2023.
Yep. Yep. I'm gonna hit end recording on it now.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just gonna sign. We have to
Shine.
sign.
Shine. We need to shine.
Sign.
No, only happiness. No sadness. Just shine. Just shine.
Amen. Amen. And with that, I'm gonna hit. I'm
No.
gonna hit. I'm gonna hit